Going live. We're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Teacher Kasie, and I am here with Shaleen. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Kasie. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. And lots of friends probably have seen Shaleen here on my channel before. So super excited you're back. And you always seem to have these fun, big ideas and projects going on. So I love that. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, well, everybody, I am Shaleen. I have a site that's really great. It's for families all across the world, and we're going to take a little deep dive into that today. It's actually a pen pal club, and I'm so excited to share it with you all. It's a new venture for myself. As far as me, I have a background in engineering, and that's how I was able to develop such an awesome platform for you guys. But also, I have skills in sales and marketing and that type of thing too. And as it relates to the Pen Pal Club, more specifically with kids, I also have some teaching experience as well. I've taught for several companies, and I also did some teaching as an engineer to youth in public schools and things like that. So that's a little bit about me.
Fun. So what is this Pen Pal Club?
Well, you guys remember pen pals? People used to have pen pals back in the day like crazy.
I did. Mine was from Botswana. I remember it was 7th grade and I had a pen
Wow.
pal. Yeah.
That is so cool. And just that experience of meeting someone that's in a totally different place and
Mhm.
learn about them and be able to share your experiences. I'm assuming that was great, right?
Yes, it was. And I remember it. So here I am, how many years later, and I still remember having a pen pal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty much a similar concept of what everyone used to do in the past, right? So,
Hmm.
what a pen pal is basically where you can meet friends and you can write them letters. Okay. Now, what's cool about it, as I kind of just alluded to, is that these aren't necessarily just a friend that's next door to you. This
Right.
may be someone in a totally different state, a totally different country. So
Mhm.
most of the kids in the Pen Pal Club meet friends and they're able to write letters to them. Okay.
Aw.
Which is cool, right? As a
Yes.
kid, you being able to write a letter or draw a picture and go to
Yes.
the mailbox and mail it off.
Yes. Do you know my love language is words of affirmation? So I love written letters.
Yeah, yes. And I think that's kind of missing today with technology, right? It's kind of taken over.
Yeah. And going to the mailbox when you're a kid and getting that letter and like, look, I got mail. I love
Yeah. I mean, as an adult, I
it.
still get excited, like if it's a check or
Right.
something, but
So now they're not writing physical letters, are they?
well, yeah, they're writing physical letters, which is
Love
really
it.
cool. So they basically, sit down with their pen and paper and write a letter, right? And then they send it off. So the
Love it.
Pen Pal Club that I have organized is where it's a platform where you can actually see all of the kids and you can pick who you would like to become pen pals with, right?
Great.
And another thing, you mentioned the whole writing part. What's great is that I give families the option to communicate how they see best. So
Okay.
you may have a child that wants to write, but maybe she wants to email, or maybe they want to do Zoom meetups with one another, right? Like you
Right.
and I are doing that type of thing. So I leave it up to the families to decide
Mhm.
how they want to communicate with each other. Most of the kids are writing letters though.
Oh, I
And
love that.
yeah, and it's awesome. The feedback that I'm getting from the parents are really is really awesome.
Yeah. And what are the ages from?
So the age range is from 5 to 18. We do have some little 4-year-olds because they're so cute. They like to
Yes.
draw pictures or send
Mhm.
stickers in the mail to their pen pals.
That's cute. As a kindergarten
Yeah.
teacher, I love it. I love that they're writing and well, so cute.
Yeah.
So how many kids are already involved?
Well, we've been running this pen pal club for about 4 months or so now. And
Mhm.
guess what? We have about 300 kids participating already.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's taken off.
Mhm. So now I heard this is starting to go global. So where are all your students? Where are they from about right now?
Well, most of the kids are in the United States,
Hmm.
okay? But what's cool is that we do have some in Canada, Philippines,
Hmm.
Uganda, Australia, and
Oh,
maybe a
fun.
couple of other countries as well. But what I've been hearing is that it can take a long time when you're sending something in the mail for it to reach another country.
Yeah.
That's what yeah. So, so it's actually great that we have a lot of kids in the United States because, say, for instance, if you're in New York and you find
Yeah.
someone in a pen pal club from California, I don't think you have to wait as long as sending something over to China or, another country
Right.
or things like
Yeah.
that. And they're still distant enough and different enough for you to learn something new or learn something different about them, and share your
Right.
experiences. So, yeah.
That's great. I remember, like I said, in seventh grade, and she would write to me to tell me all about where she's from and everything. And it was really interesting. I loved it.
Yeah, and I never had a pen pal personally, but I've
Mhm.
heard of people having them. And I'm like, man, I missed out because, of course, I can't have one now. I'm too old, but
Right. Write me a letter, Shaleen. I'll write one back.
okay, sounds good. We might have to do that.
Teacher pen pal club.
Yeah, you never
Hey,
know.
James. Speaking of friends in other countries, thanks for coming. So how do you ensure security for the families?
Well, security is very, very, very important, not only to me, but
Mm-hmm.
to the parents,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because there's so much going on in the world, and a lot of parents are actually, cautious about what they get their kid into or how they
Yeah.
expose their children, to the world, especially, when you're thinking online and having a profile and that type of thing. So, what I do is I meet face to face. Well, I guess you can say face to face
Zoom.
on Zoom. Zoom is kind of face to face, right?
Right.
So, what you have to do in order to get in a pen pal club, we have to meet on Zoom. Okay. I have to have at least one of the parents and at least one of the children there.
Okay.
Okay. And this is to verify that they're real people, and so
Right.
they can also see that I'm a real person as well. And it works out really, really well. When I asked the parents, I said, what do you think about this idea of us meeting on Zoom, for me to get to know you and all of that stuff? And they're like, I absolutely love that you're doing that.
Okay. Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, the parents like that, and it makes them feel more secure. And I share all the details with them. They're able to ask me questions. It usually lasts for about 25 minutes. So I try to keep it as short as possible. And
Hmm.
also, what I'm looking for in that call is to find out really, do you know what a pen pal is? Okay, well, let me explain. Um, is this something that your family is really looking for at this time? Right.
Right.
That's very important for me to have families and kids that are really interested in this, because what I don't want to have happen is for someone to become a part of the pen pal, for another person to reach out and be interested, and
Right.
for that particular child or family to not respond at all,
Yeah.
and so, that's what I want to try to prevent. And I want to make sure that it's a good fit. And speaking of that, some of the families join a pen pal club because of the social aspect, right?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
they're just looking for friends. They don't have much to do. They're maybe being homeschooled or something like that. And they're kind of lacking that whole social piece, right? And then
Right.
you have other families that are like, I really need to get my child's writing improved.
Right.
Right. So, and then you have some in between. So I usually find out, where they're at, and then we go from there. And if it's a good fit, they come on board.
So if they're looking for that social aspect, how do you help the kids socialize with each other or learn those skills?
Oh, that's a great question, because
Thanks.
I actually, yeah, you're good, Kasie. Um,
She gave
I
it.
Well, here's the thing. Not only can you come onto the platform,
Yeah.
search for pen pals and read about them as a
Mhm.
kid, but something else that I added was classes. So they're able to attend social classes that I have. So it may be classes like Simon Says, or Guess That Animal, or Scavenger Hunt, and things like
Mhm.
that. And so they're able to really relax, have fun, and enjoy these classes. And on top of that, they are also able to connect with those kids who are in the class because they're pen pals too and become friends. And so I found that some really, really just like going onto the platform and looking for pen pals and, sending them a message to say, hey, let's be pen pals, let's be friends. But I found others, and I just talked with a mom yesterday, and she said, my kids really, really love the class aspect of things.
Aww.
So I'm actually looking to ramp those up, and I do them for different age groups. I'm looking to ramp those up. So if you are a teacher out there, and if you think you would be interested in teaching social classes, I would love to have you join me and help me out with teaching some of those classes, because it's a lot for me, but I enjoy it so much. I've been teaching them all, but it'll be nice to bring someone else or some other teachers on board to help me out.
Excellent. So how would a teacher get a hold of you for that?
Well, you can actually, the teachers will be able to just go to the website, go to Guestoria.com and scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see contact us, and just reach out to me that way, and I'll get back with you within the next 48 hours.
Okay, I just put it in the chat box. So if you're looking for it.
Yeah, any teachers out there, I'm not sure who's with us today, but if you're there and interested, say hi.
Excellent. So why did you start this club? What made you want to do a pen pal club?
Well, I would say, it's interesting. I love kids. I really do. I love little kids. And I mean, you have to have a love. If something's going to be sustainable, you have to have a love and a passion for it. That's first and foremost. And so I found my sweet spot. Like, okay, yeah, kids, this is what I like. And so, and so also, I noticed that with everything happening in today's world, with the whole COVID thing, the pandemic, and I hate to keep bringing up that word, but it's real life, right? Yeah. It's here. Yeah. With all of that happening, I had to adjust one of my former businesses. And so with that happening, the Pen Pal Club formed. But even on top of that, I was noticing that a lot of parents were starting to homeschool, and a lot of parents were mentioning how their kids were not getting out much, needed friends, that type of thing. And so I took a look at that, and it wasn't something I jumped on immediately. I needed to make sure that this was something that the world really needed and could benefit from.
Yeah,
right.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I saw that it was. And so with that, I started the Pen Pal Club, and I felt like it would do great, but I'm honestly like, wow, this is great. Families really, really want this for their kids.
I love it. I keep saying that, but the idea of the kids writing to each other, and it's just so cute, and sharing information. I love it.
Right. Because I remember being a kid myself and just going through those periods and times where I felt alone, or like I maybe didn't have the social activity that I wanted. And just to know that you can meet a friend and share similar things with each other, and also share different things to learn the world outside of just your immediate circle is just great, Yeah,
I think it's really important for people to see not only things around them, but everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are other places besides where you live, kids.
Yeah. And I think that's part of why I always wanted to travel, was hearing her stories about where she's from and things. So, I think it gets kids interested in other things and other places. So
yeah, for sure. And today, I'm not sure how much time we have, but if you guys would like to take a quick glance at what the Pen Pal Club is, I will be more than happy to show you right now.
Yes, please do. And if you could show us like how a parent would find you or sign up for this for their kids, that would be great.
Sure.
So you can share your screen. You should be all set up for that.
Okay.
So let's see.
Let me share it just a second.
Yeah. So while she's looking for that, check in the chat. It's a little quiet in here today. If you're here, please say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I know we have another live coming up right after this, and it's a game. So I wonder if if friends are waiting for that game.
Oh, a game. That sounds fun.
We're playing Kahoot. You're welcome to come play with us.
Oh, Kahoot. Okay,
Kahoot.
cool.
We're doing a St. Patrick's one. We've been doing it once a month for teachers, and it's just been popular. So we're like, let's just play Kahoot again. It's
Yeah, Kahoot sounds fun.
teacher hangout time.
So if you can see my screen.
I can see it.
Okay, everyone, this is the Pen Pal Club. Okay, this is where you will come and find all of the kids from around the world and build lasting friendships too. So if you take a look here, we can start to see some of the profiles, right? And I mentioned we have over 300 kids that are involved. You may see only 151 profiles, but that's because some families have multiple kids. So it ends up coming up to well over 300 here. And you can see this is awesome. How nice as a kid for you to be able to see yourself on here and say, hey, that's me, you know?
Yes. Super cute.
Yeah, this is nice. Okay, so here it is. And it says, is it okay that you have names?
I just wrote that to you.
Oh, okay. That was me. Okay. Oh, sorry about that.
From me.
Yeah. Should I answer that question?
Not online, no.
Okay. All right.
I just wanted to check with you.
Okay. Yep. So what we usually do is if you're a family and you're coming on here, you can actually put your child's name on here if you want to. Okay. Most of the families do have their kids' names, so you'll see that on here. And of course, they have their location. Now, if you're a family and maybe you just want to put the state, then that's totally fine. We allow you to be, you know, as private as you want to, but you do need to have a profile. So, yeah. So this is basically it. And so let me just take a little dive into one of them. Let's look at Willow here. And so Willow is from Georgia, right? And sorry, my computer may be a little slow, but we'll get there.
It's okay.
So this is Willow, and it's so cool because she has images of herself and she describes herself. And then if you're interested in becoming Willow's friend, you just come here, hit this big blue box that says I'm interested, fill in your details, hit the button, and each family will receive an email. So the family that you're sending a message to will get an email and you'll get a confirmation. The email that they receive will have all of your information and they'll be able to get back in contact with you directly to say, yeah, I got your information. Sure, let's be friends. Let's be pen pals. And that's essentially how it works. And you can have as many friends and pen pals as you want. Okay.
Super cute.
Yeah. And there are also other little features. We give gems and points and things like that that are fun and cool for the different actions that you take on here. But if you would like to become a part of this, if you're a parent, if you're a family, you can just come to the site. And I'm logged in right now, so you can't see, but actually you can see. You can just hit join the club right here at the top, and it'll take you through the steps to set up a Zoom call with me.
Fun. Super cute.
Yep. And so let's get back to you, Kasie. I'm going to unshare.
Okay. Perfect. There we are. That's awesome. So if you have any questions for me or for Shaleen, make sure you put them in the comment section below and I will forward them to her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on and sharing the Pen Pal Club with us.
Kasie, thank you so much for having me on again. I love coming to your Zooms. This is awesome. I love your network. You have a bunch of great people viewing you, and I'm sure that there are parents and teachers who maybe saw this today and may be interested, and I'd love to hear from you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. And feel free to message me after this if you want to play on the Zoom with us or anybody watching the replay. We're going to come back here in about 37 minutes and play a St. Patrick's Day Kahoot game. Just teachers hanging out, talking, and playing a game. So
sounds fun.
All right. Thanks, Shaleen.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.